Let's fucking go. They wanna analyze, they don't never wanna do shit. When it come time to make decisions, why you always find them sitting on the bench? Well, I'm in the game, bitch. Won't you stay in your lane, bitch? Cause you ain't shit, never had shit, ain't never gonna be shit. Don't switch up with fame, it's not in your fortune. Part of your past, future distorted. I see it clearly, you on the ground, you at the beat, sending the clowns. All they do is talk, nobody wanna listen. Yeah, we do is wah. Let's fucking go.
We came here to win, if you in the way, can nobody stop us. Hooray.
Let's fucking go.
We came here to win, if you in the way, can nobody stop us. Hooray.
Let's fucking go. Falling, I bounce right back. Stay at that race, no track. This is my gift, no gap. I get the gross, no tax. Real credit, I got no max. Been wanna go check my stats. Go out, I'm in my bag. I treat like Lamar, nobody can stop me. Killing this shit for the jump. I had to leave from the front, second to none. I am the one. I'm feeling the gas. I put the team on my back, and now the city on the map. Let's fucking go.
But never no action. Whenever they post me, the GOAT be they caption. They see me ballin' and they see me winning. Now they jump in wagons, but we gotta tax them. I put up numbers, so they gotta pay me 90 or better whenever they rate me. I put that work in, I never was lazy. I move like a king, that's how my mama raised me. Baby, I'm gifted, that momentum shifted as soon as I stepped out on the field. Ain't come to play, we came to win. Yeah, you know the drill. Coach let me at him, I stop all that chatter, let's go get the dub. No, nothing else matter. We come from the bottom, now we up the ladder. Whoever up next.
Let's fucking go.
We came here to win, if you in the way, can nobody stop us.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Let's fucking go.
We came here to win, if you in the way, can nobody stop us. Hooray.
Let's fucking go.
We live, baby, we live.
Already.
Welcome to Live at the BBQ.
Already.
You can kick it with that big body fam. Here's some nice tunes, news you can use. Get that nourishment for the soul. Alright, this is what you call edutainment.
Why do you wanna stay?
Where the content will be some of the finest digital gumbo that you've ever experienced, while highlighting participant engagement.
Yeah.
I'm BigOTheKing, and
you already know it's the chairman.
And we got a great show planned for y'all today. Just remember, we live 9 p.m. every Saturday, and our segments are gonna include current events. We're gonna go down through a ticker. You can tell us whether you give a shit or not. We'll jump into our Locos Libre segment, and then we're gonna put something on the grill. We got something real nice for y'all today. And then, of course, we're gonna jump into some trill-ass trivia after that.
For sure.
You know, it's just a way for us to say thank y'all, you know, for fucking with us, for rocking with us, you know, and you get a cash prize as a token of appreciation.
Already.
You know, from the two quintessential big body gentlemen.
For sure.
When you say is it bad to say like it's not bad to be a gentleman?
Nah.
It's not bad to be a gentleman.
Nah. Gentleman is refined, mature. You understand me? Something that we all should aspire to be after we come out our adolescent phase and you know, and having a juvenile mentality. You grow to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So gentlemen can keep it gangster.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That a gentleman knows how to control that. You know what I'm saying? He knows when it's applicable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
For sure.
I like that, man. I like to I would like to say, you know, this week has been a lot happened this week.
Yeah.
A lot happened this week.
Yeah.
It's hard out here for nigga. It's hard out here, man. But you know, that doesn't diminish You know, I'd like to shout out anybody who having any birthdays or anniversaries. You know, cheers to you, your loved ones and all that. You know, hope everybody being safe.
Yeah.
Making smart decisions.
Yeah.
But you say that when we adults, it's not an excuse anymore.
No, it's not a mistake. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, you know, I ever since you said that, it's like, all right, that's we know that, but then when you hear it, it's like, oh man, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you know, so you know, I don't want, you know, fuck the excuses. I'm praying that, you know, God helps me make good decisions and sound decisions, you know, and it's so crazy how one wrong decision can change so much for so many.
It sends you back to the starting gate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sends you back to the starting gate.
Hey, what's up, G's? Gentleman or gentleman? Yeah, what's up? What's up, H-Town in the building, man? What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we you know, we gotta we're gonna jump into our current event segment. And you know, I just wanna know if y'all, you know, you tell me if you give a shit about any of this or not. You know, if you give a shit, then we gonna talk about it. If not, you know, we gonna keep it pushing. So the first thing on here, we got RSVP. Anybody y'all heard of RSVP?
Yeah, Remy Martin and Hennessy.
Yeah, RSVP, they got R&B group. Ray J, Bobby Valentino, Sammy, and Pleasure P. They released a new single. Apparently they had like a versus or something.
Yeah.
And
a pretty embarrassing one from the highlights that I saw.
so they took an embarrassing versus and they turned it into some money.
Ray J, you see front and center, I guarantee you he's spearheading this. Because he knows how to get the bag. So he told them, look, y'all, I know somebody give us a bag, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's cool. Try it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. Have you heard it?
No, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
But more power to them. That's black men. I know they got cheering. You know what I'm saying? I know they got bills like the rest of us. I pray it works for them. You know, no hating here, but I don't have to, you know.
Yeah. So the consensus is that we don't give a shit about RSVP. Now, I'm happy that some black men making some money and they turn the negative into a positive. We're gonna clap it up for them.
Yeah.
You know. Give them a little high five. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they got it. Now, you know, to keep it, we could keep it in the same frame on the music tip, you know. Have you heard 50 Cent? Anybody, y'all heard 50 Cent been in the news lately because he's got the, it's been like 20 years since In the Club came out.
Right.
And that man, he still, the boy got it. He got something. He know how to, boy know how to stay in the mix.
He know how to make it work. He definitely knows how to make it work.
Y'all give a shit about the 50 still in the game or not?
I think that's shit worthy.
It's worthy?
I think that's give a shit worthy.
Yeah.
I think that's GSW. You know what I'm saying?
My shit was his first album was tight. I did like that. And it was cool to see how he moved through the industry. Like he did killing niggas with the mixtapes, then he did the albums, then he did the movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then he had the label, and then he got the shows, like multiple shows. Like
he's definitely shown how his ability to sustain his worth in an industry that has how can you say, like, swallowed up so many, right? Yeah. He managed to create different avenues for himself to stay relevant and make good money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good blueprint. He's definitely a good model for those coming, behind him or coming into the game now.
Right.
He's definitely demonstrating with a good model, a good way to stay relevant and stay making money and having value to check writers.
I'm happy for him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm happy for him.
I don't
man.
have no qualms with that guy.
Yeah, so
He.
Good job, 50. Keep it pushing, 50. Keep it pushing, 50. Yeah.
Cheers to the winners.
Yeah, to the winners. Yeah. So and music is important, as a producer. It's two fellow producers. We might have some producers on the show, watching. Best producer 2022. Who your best producer 2022?
That's tough.
Yeah, it's hard to choose. Now.
That's tough. I'm trying to think of what who I like. I like Harry Fraud. Now you know what I'm saying? You asked me mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Harry Fraud. Alchemist. Mad Lib. But who was rated amongst the masses as that guy?
What? Metro Boomin was the most. That's how it go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he was rated the best producer of 2022. Now do you give a shit about Metro Boomin?
Yeah, I don't have any qualms about about him. I'm pretty sure he's made a lot of the songs that I probably like with Jeezy and shit like that. Probably Future. I know Future is one of his artists that he works with. So yeah, shout out to Metro Boomin. And he makes some cool instructional videos. Yeah. Showing others how to produce on like Fruity Loops and shit like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I respect him. I like his music. Yeah. So, big ups to Metro Boomin.
Yeah, it's nice to see your young brother doing his thing.
And congrats on being acknowledged for his work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His contribution to this thing we call music and art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He I did listen to that album this week. He got an album out called Heroes and Villains or something?
Who?
Metro Boomin.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he's got an album out called Heroes and Villains.
Okay.
It seems like it's now. It seems like a lot of it sound the same.
Of course.
But it's in that he working it. He know what he doing when it come to trap music. You know what I mean? He's got he got the chop. So shout out to Metro Boomin. Hey, look, send me a beat. I'll burn it down.
Yes, torch.
Send me a beat, buddy.
Fire.
Yeah, man. Speaking of fire, I guess we got in the news this week. Anybody drink Fireball? You drink Fireball?
No.
I don't. I have drank
only at office parties.
At office parties?
That's what they drink when you meet the co-workers out or we have a holiday party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got apparently now. So one of the things you can do, they got this stuff called like rum chata, or you can get like some. I think it's like some 3 olives type of vodka that you can mix with Fireball. The rum chata and Fireball will make it. You can make like a cinnamon toast crunch shot.
I heard of something like that.
If you down with that type of stuff, that's something you could do. However, in the news, you know what they said? The little shorties that people be buying a Fireball when you go to the liquor store, you go to the gas station, you might see them there, you grab them. Ain't no whiskey in it. And they sell it as cinnamon whiskey. So they get ready to have a class action suit against Fireball because it's not cinnamon whiskey, it's just some type of malt liquor. Mm-hmm. So if you have one of those little Fireball things, you can get some money off the class action suit.
Word.
Yeah. Now, of course, whoever bought the suit will make the most money, but you know, you might be able to get some money to get another one.
Right. To pick that up.
Yeah.
Everybody get $5 a piece.
Get some money, get another one. Now, you know, I can't say I've ever enjoyed Fireball. You know, it wasn't necessarily a you know, it's not gonna be my first pick when I'm talking about spirits. Now, you know, in the vein of spirits, you know, they got some evil spirits too. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but they attacking Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, that's typical.
Well, I wrote, look, they attacking Aretha Franklin. Can y'all believe that? let me fix that.
Yeah.
They attacking this lady. They try. She rolling over in her grave, yeah. This lady rolling over in her grave. I don't know what happened, but apparently, her song, "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," something like that. It goes something like that.
Yeah,
You know
that's for the ladies.
Yeah. Now,
And for the ladies.
that's an oldie but goodie, right? Now, thinking of oldie but goodie, apparently this week, they say that there's been groups that are calling for this song to basically be stopped, and they're suing her estate.
We know who that is.
Yeah. So, you know, you give a shit about that? I think that's a pretty big deal. This lady's dead. And you gonna attack her? You know, because she wrote this song. She wrote this song in the 60s? 1968?
Well, let's hope that any judge that hears this is not with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's overkill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's overkill at this point. What they're really this other group, the alphabet group, you know, the letter people, they really muscling their way in and trying to really muscle out anything that signifies gender roles, and you know what I'm saying, and anything that you know that just shows like this is what we come from. We all come from man and woman. We all come from that. How are we gonna just erase that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's
you feel me? We can't. You don't want to be bullied. Y'all don't want to be bullied, but you're bullying us. That's some bullshit.
So
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? How can you dig back and attack a song, right? A classic song. To what? What do you feel what I'm saying? What are you trying to get out of that?
Yeah,
You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Excellent song, right? Excellent song.
it's a great song.
That was a woman that liked being a woman, that liked a man making her feel like a woman. Now here's somebody who wants to be a woman, right? Is that who's coming from? Or is it from?
I can't even speak.
Yeah, it's
to
from
it,
it's from
I
it's from
get
the ones that
confused.
want to be like a woman. Now you want see you see what they do?
My only thing is look, I think you got the right to do whatever you want to do, right?
Right.
But don't you make your choice, but you also have to let other people be themselves too.
Yeah, don't tread on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, she been here. She had all the stuff that she had to go through, and she wrote that song, and that song probably got her through some times. And now somebody want that song. That song probably paying her family right now.
That song, I'm pretty sure a lot of babies was made off that song.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? That song, you know, was an expression of how a black woman felt when a black man got out of there, when he come up out of there, when he slide out of there, and then, you know what I'm talking about. And she's
Sticky
expressing,
situations.
yeah, and she's expressing her satisfaction. You understand what I'm saying? So they ain't tripping. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough. You guys are bullying us.
Lati-dee, lati-da.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know. Now, you know, I guess while we still talking about attacks, I think this has definitely taken over the news cycle this week. I know everybody heard about the police officers brutally beating a black male in Memphis, and
you good?
Brutally beating a black man in Memphis, and do you give a shit about it? Yes.
Absolutely.
I know you give a shit about it. I give a shit about it.
Absolutely.
I think that
enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
And it's disgusting.
Now,
it's disgusting.
So I think it's a lot to unpack when you think about this. Now, my first question is did you see how quick they booked them cops?
That's what I'm saying. They don't realize how much they have been set up. That's why I say it's the new Rodney King, and it's to clown us like, now look at your own doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, they booked them. I mean, it was like immediate.
Of course.
In any of them other. First of all, this been happening for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
There've been police beatings since the police started.
Mm-hmm.
Since the creation of police is just a part of the institution.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know it. We all know it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since social media came around, we've seen a whole lot more of it. Now, the news showed that Rodney King, you know, what happened to him. And then ever since then, we start seeing more and more and more. Now, we say how many we seen since, we got a comment that says how many we seen since Trayvon. I mean, I feel like it was happening, at least like once a week, once a month. Now you see what happened. The news takes the bigger stories, you know what I'm saying? They add more legs to it. That's why they disarmed the Black Panthers. That could be true. You know, I'm at a loss for words. That could be true. You know,
yeah.
I'm just I'm curious to hear some of y'all thoughts on this. You know, you got 5 black cops that brutally beat and murdered a black male. Now, I haven't seen the video. I was told not to watch it. You know, we've seen too many of these videos. You know, where it's another black man, man down in the street. You know, and they said so, all right, in the conversation I had today, first they say, somebody told somebody, well, that wasn't racism because they was all black who beat him. But the institution is racist. And these 5 black cops were indoctrinated in a racist institution.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for them to get down with this institution, they had to get down with how they get down. Now, one cop was interviewed today, and she said, I think she came into the force in the 80s, and she says that the training that they give them on paper is totally different than the socialization of a police officer and how shit really go down when you in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And now, okay, we understand that if we think about like the Constitution, then the Constitution was written for the majority, right? The Constitution is written for the majority, but then there also it's for the majority, but then there are laws for the minorities. Apparently, it's written for the majority, but then there are laws for the minorities, where they consider, you know, how minorities can still dwell in this system, you know. And the reason, one of the things we see that it's nothing we can, this system ain't gonna change because it works for the majority. Are you gonna give up your crown? Whoever gave their crown up? Tell me whoever gave their crown up. And so I don't see nobody giving up a crown.
Right.
You know, unless they crown got taken.
Right.
You know, you don't give it up and get taken. That's kind of messed up when you think about it.
But that's the way it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Like, you gotta come and take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But it's, you know, it's supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to be a lot of things. But if you, it's like, I see a need. I see a need for policing, but I don't see a need for this type of policing. And for like,
that's not policing. That's terrorism.
Right. Yeah, call it what it is.
Yeah, you damn right.
First of all, you got all this. Look, they got all. Look at all the machinery they got on. They got Batman belts, bulletproof vests, cars, 5 or 6 of them together, one against one. Tase them up, spray them up, beat them up.
They cowards.
Lock them up.
They cowards, man.
So you think it was a you know, all right. To protect and serve, police vow to protect and serve. Now, how come
they vow to protect property?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They protect property and serve businesses.
Right.
That's what they do. If they don't, you know what I mean? The only thing they serve you is citations and ass whippings. You know what I'm saying? While they protect their identity. You understand me? But
yeah.
They're here to protect property, and they at the service of businesses.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So those ones that patrol your neighborhood are not there to protect you or our elders or anything. They're there to keep you there, keep you from leaving your neighborhood and going elsewhere, right? And causing damage and making other people uncomfortable spending money elsewhere, right?
Wow,
I remember when I was young, they would set at the border of the county. The county cops would be setting at the border. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like army guards. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. Because it's like, I guess what the way they teach it is they're securing the perimeter. Because police are just like EMTs and firefighters. They are, I guess they're a team of first responders. So,
now, question.
Uh-huh.
If you're out 2-3 o'clock in the morning and you driving home and there's a cop sitting like in the dark. Now, is he in the dark watching all these cars go by to see who he can help, who may need some help? Or is he sitting there waiting to see who he can pull over, who he can catch doing something wrong? Whether it's no tag, seatbelt, tent, you know what I'm saying? So, you see what I'm saying? So that shows you. You see what I'm saying? He's not protecting anything. He's dead. He's in a mode of punishing. You see what I'm saying? He's looking to see who he can punish, not who he can protect, not who he can serve and help. He's not saying who may be coming by with a flat tire or who coming by looking lost and distraught. He's looking to see who he can find that's breaking a law that he can punish. You see what I'm saying?
I never thought about it that way. It certainly appears that way, you know. Now, what happens if? Now I'm curious.
What you mean appears? When he see you and he see your black face in the late night, that's what it is. He gonna pick you out of any other person that ride by because you look more like the opportunity. There's more opportunity for an arrest here. You know, if I see a black face driving by, it's a potential they have no license, they have a gun. Well, weed is not a big deal anymore, but at one time might smell weed. You understand what I'm saying? They preying on us that 9 times out of 10 there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're not pulling you over to see how they can help you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's so and that's why that whole system is fucked up. Because, all right, you told you gotta meet a quota. So then I gotta meet a quota. I gotta write a certain amount of tickets. We need a certain amount of people locked up. Or we gotta book a certain amount of people. Now if we don't do this and we not meeting the quotas, there's stuff happening out there. We gotta meet these quotas. So then when you meet the quotas, then you got, all right, we brought this person in. Say what happens, you don't get nobody. Now you gotta create something. You gotta manifest. You gotta manifest something just so I can bring somebody in.
So they pull you over and tell you
because I've been sleeping in my car all week.
Your tag light is out. Your tag light. Right? And then you say, oh, I didn't know that. Well, let me see. No, stay in the car. License, registration. And then they give you a citation for it and pull off and you get out, you look at your tag light and you see that it's not out. But when you get to court, you can't prove that it was working then.
So let me ask you this. Have you had a conversation like with your family about how to engage with police? And like, because with so much, I got so much negativity around the situation of a black man getting pulled over and having to engage with a police officer.
The best thing you can do is just be cooperative so it can go as quickly as possible. That's the best advice I can give anybody, is just be completely cooperative and get it over with as quickly as possible. Because the longer you drag it out, there's more potential of you getting hurt, getting arrested, or hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the best thing you can do is give them what they want and because you're not going to win the case right there on the street. Nope. You see what I'm saying? That's not the place to fight your case. Let them give them what they're gonna give you or whatever, and be gone.
And fight it later.
Yeah, and get it over with.
Live the fight.
That's how you survive a traffic stop.
Some police have a short. Somebody says because some police have a short fuse. So for some reason, I honestly believe like you got police officers that it's like they on a power trip. It's like you ain't do what I told you to do. Oh!
Yeah, some of them be roided up. Some of them that'd be roid rage.
You gonna do what I tell you to do? Like, hold up.
Now AJ says completely cooperative can be a problem too. How so? I don't see how, because I exercise that method and I get better results. When they pull me over and I turn all the interior lights on, I put all the windows down, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't have to ask you why you pulled me over, none of that. I'm gonna let them dictate what's going on.
You lead the interaction.
Right, and then I'm gonna give you what you want, and you're gonna give me whatever, or let me go, or warn them, whatever, and I'm off. I've never used that method, and it didn't work out in my favor. You know what I'm saying? Now, that smart aleck shit and trying to show them how much law you know, I haven't seen that ever go well. Maybe for white people, but not us.
Well, they in the majority. It works for the majority. And they had a study, they were saying, like, think about it like this. With the majority, the police let the majority off more oftentimes than not. They give them the benefit of the doubt. The minority, they knocking them up immediately.
Yeah.
Roy, you know what I'm saying? Roid rage. That's
Roid
what it
rage.
is.
That's how they be, man. It's just you gotta think. It's like anybody. It's like a person who goes in and practices basketball all day. He practicing his three. He practicing his drive to the basket. He want to play somebody, right?
Right.
Same thing. Somebody that's going to the gun range and they just keep shooting these paper targets. They want to shoot something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing. You lifting weights and you know what I mean? You shadow boxing and you beating up on the dummy, the Bob dummy. You want to put hands on somebody. That's why. So if you look at that tape of them, they're getting their thing off.
Hey.
And that's the disgusting part about it, because that was their own brother that they did that to. You know what I'm saying? But they was getting their thing off like schoolboys.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? They was, you know what I mean? Like they was jail niggas or something. Like, you know what I mean? Hold them up. Let me get them. You know what I mean? Like, yo, is this, you know what I'm saying?
So what is it gonna take? So here's my thing. How many cities gotta burn down?
Yeah, if we say what it take, then we gonna get shut down.
We gonna get clipped.
We get targeted.
Yeah.
Right? But you all know what it take. You understand what I'm saying? What do you do? What do you have to do to stop a bully from bullying you? What do you have to put into him?
What did the United States do when they wanted to get away from Britain?
What they did?
When the people, they left Britain and then they went to war.
Footage showed that one officer who remained at the area of the traffic stop said, "I hope they stomp his ass."
What?
After Nicholas was detained on the ground, one officer said, "I was hitting him with straight haymakers."
What?
That's what I'm saying. That man is.
Hold on. It
Now,
says, I hope they stomp their ass. I was hitting him with straight haymakers, dog. I jumped in, started rocking them. What?
They was having a party.
And this was the Scorpion team, apparently. So they said in 2020, Memphis was rated as the most dangerous city in the United States. Mm-hmm. In 2021, they beat their record of murders. And so they create these teams and they say, oh, do these teams really make a difference? Like in Baltimore, they had the Jump Out Boys, they had the Gun Task Force.
They make shit worse.
Right. Because now you're giving this group
right
an extra sense of power, and they're above the law.
Right.
Like, not only am I the law, I'm above the law, and I can make it work for me.
Right.
And they went out here and they killed that boy. Just like you saying, oh, I was hitting him with straight haymakers. Clearly. I seen the picture of the boy's face. Look like Emmett Till.
Damn.
Look, I mean, they beat that boy black and blue.
Yeah, man. That's disgusting, man.
Yep, self-loathing. My mother said that. My mother said that earlier. They said you teach them to hate themselves and they'll do the work for you. Carter G. Woodson had a book called The Miseducation of a Negro, and in that book he said, all you got to do is teach them to hate themselves, and then they'll do your work for you. It's also in the Willie Lynch papers as well.
That's what I'm saying, is that they so programmed that they've been set up. They've been set up to replicate the same thing that happened to Rodney King by white officers. You know what I'm saying? They so foolish. They were so foolish to take that bait and to do that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Now it's like, does that negate the whole Rodney King racism thing?
Well, guess what? This what they're gonna use. This gonna be the history they're gonna show.
That y'all do it to each other too.
Yep. They ain't gonna hear about Rodney King no more. It's been so many of these things happening.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They forgot about Rodney King.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I can't believe that. I can't believe they fell for that. You know what I'm saying? They fell for. Their families should be ashamed. I hope their families are ashamed of them. You know what I'm saying? Their families should be ashamed. Anybody that knows them should be ashamed of those cowards to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd rather them. All right, let you get him, Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You take cuffs off. You get him, Johnson. Y'all square up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd rather that right?
She gave him a shot.
Then all y'all just beating the living shit out of one person.
They went home every night as heroes until somebody died. Damn. And it's like, so let me ask you this. And you know, I've been talking about this a little bit, and somebody said, well, why did they run? Cause look at what happened.
He knew.
Look at what happened.
He knew.
Wouldn't you run?
He knew.
They said the boy ran to his mother's house, was screaming for his mother, like his mother was gonna stop. Apparently they tased him and sprayed him. He got up, he ran, then they got him again and beat him. He ran because he was scared, yeah. Now, apparently, I guess people may think that, oh, you running because you did something. They said that he was, all right, they said he was driving, they pulled him over for driving recklessly. Now, I got pulled over for driving recklessly one time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and guess what? This was, I had a...
Fuck what you doing?
No, I'm getting ready. This is how simple it was. I was driving the stick. I had just got in my car.
Oh, shit.
I was 16 years old.
Boy, you was out there cutting up.
No. And this is exactly what happened. The cop pulled me over because I skirted my tires. Skirt.
Ah. Okay,
I wasn't going fast.
You was on your Fast and Furious.
I wasn't.
Shit.
No. I had it in first gear.
What you had?
And I had a Toyota Tercel, the two-tone 1989, baby.
Oh.
That was my first. The car wouldn't go over 60 miles, 70 miles an hour. It was only 80 on the dash.
It was two-door?
Yeah, two-door. Two-door and two-tone. 89. 1989 Toyota Tercel. Yeah, man. I had that joint in first gear, and this is when I was first getting used to driving the stick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that joint went scared.
They should have gave you a high five. like way to get some juice out that little motherfucker.
And guess what he said? He said when you make your tires do that, I can pull you over for reckless driving.
Yeah.
And you know, he gave me
my man had ball tires.
Exactly, yo, exactly.
That's what I'm saying, yo. You know what I'm saying? Pull a nigga over, give him a couple of hours, like, boy, get you some tires or something. You don't add to his misery, you know what I'm saying? You don't add to his pain.
Oh my God.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Now, I'm not saying, that was my experience for getting pulled over for reckless driving. And, you know, hey, look, I made it out of there alive. But this dude didn't. He was recklessly driving. And he was scared, got out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. Look, what's up? Here you go. What's up? I'm gonna have to fight this lady. I'm gonna have to fight a lady.
Man,
make it home.
These people, man.
Make it home.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, make it home.
Yeah, man.
Look, take the ticket, make it home, fight it later. Get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Let them deal with him. You know, my mother used to say in the Bible, give Caesar's what's Caesar's. All right, Caesar want me to sign that ticket. All right, there you go, buddy.
Absolutely. That's too easy.
I see you in
The
court.
whole thing is to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Before you harm me or make my life worse. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we got a question. The question says, if he had not resisted, would he be alive?
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps.
He could be.
Perhaps. Because then there's no power struggle. That's what I was saying. If you're cooperative, it's more likely to go better than to try to resist, try to show strength. That works for white people. We watch white people on tape actually wrestle down two police and take their car and all that shit.
Oh,
and
man.
they plead, Dale, please, Dale, don't do this.
I was at the clip.
Dale whipping their ass. And I know some of you have seen that. I know you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, it's in our best interest. At least that's what I believe is just to be cooperative If it's nighttime, put all the windows down, turn the interior lights on, have your credentials, ready, your documents, whatever. Have that shit ready. Make it quick.
Spend as least time
You
with
know
them as
what?
possible.
I seen shit quickly. I seen their attitudes quickly de-escalate. Soon as they walk up and you got that shit ready, and you ain't saying nothing, you just giving it up. I seen it work. You change the dynamics of the conversation or the interaction. You know what I'm saying? You change it because they're expecting that resistance. Because I wanna get my thing off. They human. I always thought about it like this. It's not safe to put that kind of power in the hands of any man. And I'm just being honest. It's just my opinion. I don't know everything, but just like when we talk about judges, prosecutors, right? Policemen, right? Correctional officers, anybody, they human, right? They got issues and shit at home too. So if a dude wife fucking on them or his kid acting up or whatever, you think he's just gonna leave that shit at home and come to work? No, he's gonna bring that energy to work. You see what I'm saying? And he's not supposed to, but he is. Same thing like with a judge. A judge might be having a bad day and sentence you to 100 years just because he can and he's having a bad day. So, like Kanye's song, no one man should have all that power. You see what I'm saying? There's supposed to be levels, right? But it seems like they're all corrupt because they all protect one another. You know what I'm saying? And it's an unfortunate thing that we get the short end of the stick, we get the long end of the billy club.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Dang, short end of the stick and long end of the billy club. And they hit that boy with the billy club too. Boom.
That shit made out of good trees.
So let me ask you this. I actually wrote a paper on this in my master's program.
Okay.
Is all power corrupt?
I would say largely yes. Yes.
Yep.
It's because it seems like you don't have access to it if you're not willing to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we have someone that says not all power is corrupt. Another one says no.
Okay.
Any other takers? What is your thought on is all power corrupt? And then while we look at your responses, I'm going to share some of the things that I've learned about this.
Okay.
They said, so based on these studies, from a little kid having the smallest amount of power over another kid to somebody, they taking it back to somebody being a pharaoh or the king of the world, that all power is corrupt. All of it.
And you know what?
Because if you can, as being human, if you have an advantage, you're taught to use it. Self-preservation is the first law of man.
Hurt people.
And on every single level, in every position of power, you can go. Think about it like this. All right, let's just say you the boss. All right, let's say you the boss, and everybody. Let's say everybody got to be to work at the same time every day. And you always there early on time and all that, blah blah. But you the boss. All right, look, I ain't. Matter of fact, I ain't even going in there today, and you don't have to answer to nobody. But you supposed to go in there. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna use your power and say, well, it's, I'm the boss. I ain't going in there. That's wrong. It's not right.
So it leads
and that's a small thing.
Yeah.
That's something small that nobody cares about.
So it leads to what I'm saying is that all power is not corrupt, but power corrupts.
Power corrupts.
There you go.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Power corrupts. It's up to you, like we're saying, as adults, it's not a mistake, it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? And you have a choice. When you have power, how do you use it? Do you use your power to help and heal, or do you use your power to hurt? Most people get power drunk and they hurt. Right. Because they've been hurt and they couldn't wait till their time to hurt somebody else. And that's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? So just like those cops, you feel what I'm saying? They didn't had their fair share being shitted on and downtrodden or whatever, right? And now it's their opportunity. Yeah, and they're not gonna pass it up. You know what I'm saying? I worked with some people with that mindset, some older gentlemen. And they've been at that job 50 years, right? So they ate a lot of shit to get that far into that job. And now here we come along as newcomers into the company, and they would not pass up the opportunity to treat us the same way that they have been treated. Right. Instead of saying, you know what? No, we're gonna show y'all how to, excel, how to make it here, how to get yours and get out. No, I'm gonna abuse you the way that I was abused all these years. And I told them that, like, that's not what you're supposed, as our elders, you're supposed to show us the way. You're supposed to help us out, not take this opportunity to do to us what was done to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But people just can't pass it up. That's why I say power corrupts.
Yeah, now.
You know what I'm saying?
So we got, so AJ says, corrupt is broad. The issue we face is a lack of actual checks and balances. There aren't police for the police. Yeah, there aren't.
You got internal affairs? That's internal affairs. But see,
and what they doing?
They're all a gang. They all subscribe to the same oath, right? The same oath, the same mindset, right? It's that whole blue wall thing, right? Isn't that what they call it? The blue. Yeah, they police. Yeah.
It says, without it, dead like a battery. I don't know what that means. He said, depending on the individual, some parents abuse their
power?
kids.
You saying power without it, you dead like a battery?
Yeah.
Man, I think all of this shit is a false sense of empowerment.
It is. Think about it. They ain't got no power. They on the street. You on the street. It's
all a false sense of empowerment, man. Let's not fool ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You answer to somebody.
There you go. And we all answer to the Most High. That's why I say it's a false sense of empowerment.
Yeah.
And those that abuse it usually just set themselves up for a hard fall. You see what I'm saying? Like them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You set yourself up for a hard fall when you abuse it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Along the line, somewhere, you're gonna have to pay for that abuse. Karma is real. You know what I'm saying? And there's a price to pay for not doing the right thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you choose just like them. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the first one. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
They probably do that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
For them to do it that easily.
Yeah, they do that a lot, probably. You know what I'm saying? And now, just like somebody else we talked about, like Slim Thug, right? That's his name, not Slim Thug. Hold up, not Slim Thug. What's the other kid that's on trial?
What?
What's the kid on trial?
Young Thug.
Young Thug. All right, he had plenty of time to stop getting niggas killed, getting niggas beat up, shit like that. He had plenty of time. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, that's enough. Let me chill with that. I've made my point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the same thing, he was power drunk. You know what I'm saying?
And he kept going.
And he kept going until what? Now you have to pay for it.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? I believe there's a grace period for ignorance, right? I think there's a grace period for you losing yourself a minute.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But along the way, if you don't get a hold of it, then you're going to have to pay for it. Power misused comes with the penalty. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the way the universe works. That's the way this thing goes. And I know you can relate. Because I know if you've seen people who have abused their power and then ultimately they did it so much that it winds up biting them in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? You have plenty of time along the way to change. And do us a favor, hit that like button on your way. You know, hit that like button while you're in here. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the engagement. You know what I'm saying? We want to show these people that you really like what you're seeing, what you're hearing. So do us a favor. It's a small thing. Hit that like button for us. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. Hit that share button if you don't mind. Follow us. Subscribe. Yeah. But back to what we were saying.
Yeah, so we say, AJ says, getting caught as a politician, policeman, business person is more than the exception. more the exception than the rule. Okay. It's more the exception than the rule.
Yeah, we know what go on in prisons, but they also don't go too far. They don't go too far because they gotta go home and they get dealt with at home. They get pressed up on at home. You know what I'm saying? Because you got dudes in the prison system that's strong and will have somebody go knock on your door. You know what I'm saying? So they careful to how much abuse they administer.
They probably pick and choose who they abuse. So
Exactly.
Got a comment that says, "Imagine what goes on in the prison with the cameras are not on." Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They know, like, you know, like there's a limit to it in that situation. On the street, it's like it's not much. It's not often you're gonna find out information about a police officer, like where he lives and things of that nature. It's not impossible, but it's not as likely as correction officers, because they're closer to our level. You know, like most of our correctional officers here, you're gonna catch them at the 5 Mile House and one of them lounges. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch them there. So they have to be careful what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just speaking on that in that aspect of prison. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Dang, man. I'm praying, man, that I'm just praying for his family. You know, he was somebody's son, somebody's cousin, brother, uncle, you know. And so they got that attorney, Ben Crump.
Yeah,
he show up every time now.
Yeah, he's been appointed as
he the one?
Yeah.
And so is he what does that mean? Does that mean he gonna get money for the family?
That's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to pacify the family with a couple dollars.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I guess it's more have you heard about do you watch soccer? No?
But what about it?
So Madrid, there's 2 soccer teams, Madrid and Real Madrid.
Okay.
And apparently, you know, there is a bunch of racism in Europe.
You sound like that's
and,
yeah.
You know, this guy Vinicius Jr., he's a black soccer player. He plays for Real Madrid. And Real Madrid was playing Madrid, and so they hung a black dummy from a bridge that represented him. So it's like they were hanging him, in theory, by hanging a black dummy off a bridge.
Now, that's not something that just can be done and nobody knows who did that.
No, and they had a sign. They put a sign that said, Madrid hates Real. You see, like, it's a sign right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Yeah, they're saying Madrid hates Real, and they got the body hanging, so they let them do that. They let him do it. And he says that since he's from Brazil, he's a black guy from Brazil, and he plays in Spain. He said ever since he went to Europe, the amount of racism that he has seen has been out of this world. Because he's a really, really good black soccer player, you know? You give a shit about that?
What?
About this happening to him over there?
Of course I do.
Because now I know we were talking about where is it that we can go? You know, he got all that money, they still don't give a shit about him over there.
Well, we know wherever you go in this world, you know, you're gonna find somebody who dislikes you, right? Just because it's you, right?
Yeah.
But you know where you can go. You get enough money, you buy you an island, and you good.
You said there's racism everywhere. They act up on the Reveille there forever, but throwing bananas at cats' dad. Wow, man. That's how it is. Money make them hate you more. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that boy good. He good. The boy good. They mad because he good. He black and he making money. Probably over there smashing all they chicks. That's why they upset.
That always be the root of that shit, right? That's always the root. Like when you think about the laws that were written in this country, how they made cocaine illegal and marijuana illegal because they said that drug crazed black men would rape white women.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they got the legislation passed that to make these drugs illegal. You know what I'm saying? Just on the premise of what black men are going to do to white women off of these drugs.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So that seems like that's the biggest worry is a black man sticking his penis in a white woman. That's a great concern.
Well, in the words of Eddie Murphy, he said, sooner or later, everybody gonna be walking around this motherfucker looking like Bruno Mars. Oh man. Yo was like, he's like, man.
What's wrong with that? He a pretty boy though.
He said you used to be able to go into a spot and see a real black motherfucker. Ain't no more real dark niggas.
I'm telling you, when I go to New York, everybody everybody is light skinned.
Man,
I see all light skinned people. It's like where all the cookies at? You know what I'm saying? I don't see no chocolate chips. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they exist.
Snickerdoodles. It's all snickerdoodles.
I see all light complected people when I go to New York. Everybody looks Hispanic or you know what I'm saying? What's the Middle Eastern?
Big pun.
Yeah,
Hispanic, big pun, yeah. Talking about New Yorkers. Man. Nah, man, but I think now ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool, man. Hey, look, what they say was good. We all human. We part of the human race. It's gonna be one race soon.
We're all the same color in the inside. I'll tell you that much.
My dad used to say, we all shit, we all piss, and we all bleed. You know, we got that in common. And even down our DNA, they said it's like a difference of like 5% in terms of like the DNA when your colors are different. It's just a 5% difference, but everything else is the same. And you're talking about your DNA code is some of the most complex.
Shout out to Mark Math. We got the dominant DNA. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Mark, man?
Yeah, we got the dominant DNA.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of dominant, Ed Reed is the best safety in history.
Facts.
Hands down.
Facts.
Hands down. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this real quick. What he say? AJ said marijuana was outlawed on racist propaganda as well. Reefer Madness. It was called Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
And then coloreds with big lips lure white women with jazz and marijuana. Whoa! He said, Harry Anslinger, this is a quote. Coloreds with big lips lure white women with jazz and marijuana. The founding commissioner of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics. Come on, man. And they talk about these institutions. Oh, you said it's way less than 5%. They talk about these institutions not having racism embedded in it.
Yeah.
And the people that created them and their mission were inherently racist. And so, you can't tell me that they didn't got all the racism out of it.
No.
Not saying that they didn't try. I know we got some allies that try, but it's still some of that stuff in there.
Nah, I thought that we were getting away from racism and we're starting to see more of classism, right?
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, we are.
The only ones that are holding on to racism is poor people.
Yep.
It's only poor people. It's only poor people killing poor people. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying. When it from a street dude to a cop, nobody's making $250,000 a year. Nobody's making $1 million a year. It's all poor people killing poor people.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Well, Ed Reed was trying to help out some poor people.
Yeah. Shout out to Ed Reed.
And I don't know if y'all heard about it or not, but apparently Ed Reed had he made a handshake, and he was going to be the coach of Bethune-Cookman. And the man got down there, and he's like, yo, where everything you promised me? He's like, where the stuff that you promised me? I'm gonna be the coach here, and I need the resources to be able to help these students. Right.
Ain't that similar what Deion Sanders went through up there?
Well, yeah. He left there
because they were taking the money, right?
Yeah.
The money that he drew in from having those winning seasons, the money that he drew in, they were taking it and using it for other programs.
Of course, because if you running that university, you can do whatever you want with the it's your earnings.
There we go again with the power thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would you say, power corrupts?
That's right.
Power isn't corrupt, but it corrupts.
That's right. Power corrupts.
So, unfortunately, Ed Reed ain't gonna be the coach there no more because they reneged on his deal. He'll coach somewhere, but he has definitely committed himself to helping kids in football as a coach with his foundation, and all the work that he does. He's trying to uplift youth in the sport of football and teaching them life lessons.
Once again, shout out to Ed Reed.
For
all your valiant deeds.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, G.
For sure.
Keep it up. I guess to stick with the sports. With the sports, have you heard about Osaka? Naomi Osaka get ready to have a baby, y'all.
By him?
Black love, y'all. Black love is a beautiful thing.
By Corday? Ain't nobody black in that picture. What you talking about?
They not black?
They napkin color. They like
Oh man, come on, man.
I'm fucking with
Come
you.
on, man.
They the color of them paper towels that come out the dispensary in the bathroom.
Oh man.
Oh man. I hear me.
Now they two young people, two young and successful multiracial young folks that have been successful in their industries. They get ready to have a child. So, shouts out to them.
Yeah.
And
So Naomi Osaka, I take it that she's half what?
Half Japanese.
Okay. See.
So she played in the Olympics. She played for Japan. I think she didn't want to play for the United States because the United States continues. They're not doing enough to stop hatred, the police brutality, racism, and she basically put herself out there as someone who would use her platform and her voice to bring attention to all the people that died at the hands of police brutality. And Yo says she don't play for her country that she got genetics from, Jamaica.
So she's half Jamaican, half Japanese?
Half Jamaican, half Japanese.
She's Japanese.
Oh man, you ever try one of them sandwiches? Japanese sandwiches.
Yeah.
Has she? Huh? Yeah, what has she done? Well, she won a bunch of she did win a couple of major tournaments, and then she also brought awareness to like the mental health issues that athletes have to go through as well. Because I guess, you know, she be spazzing out on the court, you know.
Oh, word, letting her blackness show.
Yeah, she spaz out on the court. I mean, but who don't spaz out? I mean, or the males or the females, they both spaz out when they not playing well. They put in all that work and all that practice. You know what I'm saying? That's how, I mean, I guess that's just how it goes, you know? You know.
Yeah.
That's just, you know. Black woman, well, she look black. They gonna treat her black. Jamaican, Japanese, or whatever. I bet you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I want to jump into this. As another thing that's been taking over the news cycle recently is the whitewashing of Black history, especially as we coming into Black History Month. You give a shit about this?
Of course.
I give a shit about it. Now, it is becoming more and more apparent how the government is allowing this to happen and how the majority is using their majority to say we want things to change. And so I'm going to give you an example of what's happening in Florida. They basically are saying how you got parents. These are white parents that they say it's just the BLM, which is Black Lives Matter, the critical race theory, and Marxist communistic ideologies that frighten myself and many other parents. And then they say, as a parent, my first and most important job is to protect my children and what is in their best interest. And being told that they are racist or white supremacists is not true and is most definitely not in their best interest. And I will not allow anyone to make them feel guilty or shame for the color of their skin, which we should know is never okay. Okay? So, I tried to act that out. I think I did a pretty good job about that. Yeah, Michelle and Barack both got law degrees, and they not trying to file class action lawsuit against this unconstitutional behavior. How come Oprah not speaking up?
That's a rhetorical question, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
These dummies just shot what? They shot a 2-year-old.
Where was this at?
Oh my God. Man.
Save the babies, right? Save the babies. We all have a duty. We all have a responsibility to take care of the children. Save the babies. Do your job. Save the children. You understand what I'm saying? Save the children. Do your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those of if you have children or you don't, you have a responsibility, a moral, ethical responsibility to protect children and help them grow any way that you can. So if you never heard it, you're hearing it now. It's your job. It's your God-given job to take care of the babies.
Yeah. We gotta do a better job of that.
Well, let's pause for a minute and highlight our sponsor for the evening. Let's highlight our sponsor for the evening. I don't want them to go unmentioned. I posted the link. Our sponsor for the evening is Lucky 777 Sweepstakes. It's online gambling. You can use your Cash App to load money and spin the wheel and make a deal and try your hand. It's online casino. Have at it. Try your luck. I know a lot of lucky winners who have got immediate payouts. So try your luck. This was brought to you by Lucky77Sweepstakes.com.
Lucky77Sweepstakes.com. Oh, man, that's nice. I'm gonna have to try that out. I got $5.
You can use it.
I got $5.
And you can let it roll.
Let's see, I'm gonna roll that $5.
Let it roll, baby.
Yeah. All right, look. I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed to spend my $5.
Yeah.
Spend my $5 on it. You know what I'm saying? I think, but I was saying, so in Florida, they say the governor DeSantis has basically said that they can't teach certain Black history or have a specific class for Black history in Florida. And apparently they have other history classes for other ethnic groups, and not having it for Black children is unconstitutional. Because if you're in a public space, then you have to allow all groups to be able to do it. And the fact that he's saying that he's not going to allow them to do it for Black folks, he's basically saying that he will give away hundreds of millions of dollars that the federal government gives to the school system, so the Black history won't be taught. And these white parents don't want Black history taught because they feel bad that their kids.
Now we talking about DeSantis?
Yeah.
Now I saw him say that curriculum wasn't just about Black history. It had some other topics that didn't have anything to do with Black history. Have you seen him speak on that?
I haven't seen him speak on it.
Okay.
I haven't seen him speak on it, but I have seen him speak several times, and it seemed like it has the same undertones.
And what is that? What do you get from that?
That he's appealing to his base. That he's a politician.
Mm-hmm.
And if my people don't want this, then that's what I'm gonna fight for. I'm gonna give them what they want.
Okay, he said it literally said it has no value. He said it lacks educational value. But did you see where he was saying that there were parts of that weren't had anything to do with Black history?
Well, I'll give you an example. They're teaching people that they're teaching kids now that Blacks came over here as laborers. Now,
I bet they did.
What do you think is wrong with that?
He left out one word: forced laborers.
Yeah, slave labor. Oh no, they were just laborers. No, they weren't laborers. They were slave laborers. There's a difference. Laborers get paid.
If they came over here voluntarily as laborers, then what you needed the chains for? What was the chains for?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't see nobody chained up on the construction sites when I drive past a construction site. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the mailman chained up nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So what was the change for? You know what I mean?
We were all employed, full employed. Yeah, you know what? It's crazy because we talked about this before. Now that we get, I work a job, I get a paycheck. Think about it like this: when the slaves were brought over here, they were, you can't say that they were housed. They had a place where they stored them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they kept running away. They had a place where they stored them. They had they gave them leftovers and slop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when they freed them, it's like, okay, now you gotta pay for your land. You gotta pay for your food. So it's like now we in a place where we get paid, we get taxed multiple times when we get paid. It's similar. We got to pay for our electric, got to pay for our food, got to pay for our water. You know what I mean? You work for it, you're still paying out all the bread that you got to the same folks.
Right.
You know? It's just the same people own that same companies that owning everything.
You work to work. Right? You do that now, right? Don't you work to work? Right? You work, you get a paycheck, and then you spend that money for gas to get back to work, lunch at work. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Clothes to wear to work, right?
Right.
Anything else you need that's essential for you to get the job done. So you working just to work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, so we got... All right, thank you for sharing this. It says that Florida rejected an advanced placement course on African American studies, and Florida rejected the course because officials, including DeSantis, said it contributed to a political agenda. Now, the one thing that we do know about history is that the reason why we study it is to be sure that we don't repeat it. So any effort to get rid of certain history, I think it is perpetuating the more negativity and the opportunity of things to repeat themselves again. Now, all right, AJ, when you say false, tell me what you mean by false. Oh, history is study so people know how to repeat it. Oh,
right.
Shit.
That's what I was thinking.
Damn, yeah?
That's what I was thinking. It's the blueprint.
Really?
Right. So you know how to maintain power. How you like it? How you like it?
How's it taste, motherfucker?
Yeah. How do you like that? How you like it? How do you like it? How does it feel?
It don't feel good, man. Volume 2 through 2023.
Facts.
Damn, yo.
How do you like it?
All right. So with that being said, do you agree that Black history should be taught in a certain way where they don't talk about slavery, they don't talk about the struggle to right wrongs and the struggle to be able to vote, to be able to buy a home, to be able to be treated human? Should we change that, knowing who is history written? It's written by the victors. That's why it's his story, the winner's story. Unless that's why I think in terms of history, you try to go as close to the source as possible and have somebody. Are we the victors? No, we not.
We're the victims.
We the villains. We the victims turned villains.
Yeah, you're villains once you no longer decide to be. Once you choose to no longer be a victim, then you become a villain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If we want to change it, we villains. Yeah, what's the real story? Then that's why we were laborers. Oh shit. Oh man. I guess
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh man.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Well, all right. Let's jump into. I want to jump into our locals Libre. And we got a question here. It says, how can we expect our enemies to educate our next generation? Who on this earth allows their enemies to educate their offspring?
Black people that gotta work. There is no education. Public school system is just daycare. It's somewhere to hold your children while you go work and labor, and we're gonna get them ready to do the same thing. That's it. You know, that's what it is. So we the ones that do that. Poor people do that. We use public school as just daycare. You know what I mean?
Man. Well, I wish we had a better daycare because our topic for the day in terms of local Libre, you know, you see this, you hear this stuff about Baltimore and it being such a dangerous city, our city being in crisis, we losing so many young people, and my question is, and you touched on this earlier, do your job, right? We gotta teach our young people. There was the pastor for New Shiloh said he wrote an article in the Afro recently, and he said when he realized the tremendous nature and impact of what happened at Edmondson, he realized that one, he had fell victim to the normality of such a dastardly violence.
Okay.
We see it so often that we're numb to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says that these were young people, teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
2. And 3, he said he felt super sad for a tragic loss of life and the assaults inflicted on victims as well as their respective families. And he said he's sad to say that these terrorists, these children who are acting out of character, are mostly our children.
Yeah.
They're African-American sons, they're our African-American sons and our African-American daughters. And by and large, we are to blame. We are to blame.
But they were, but they were raised by who? I know nobody wants to tread on that path. Nobody wants to walk down that glass, all that broken glass. But
well, who was they raised by?
Single women. Right? Like I said, I know nobody wants to, but that's the truth. Right?
Wasn't no discipline.
Now, that's why I say that's what's really hurting our community is that our women having this innate way of not wanting to cooperate with us, and it's hurting our children. You know, they take the children away for whatever reason, and that one-sidedness of raising children is not helping. So now we have a bunch of, youngins running around raised by single women, and this is not to beat up on single women. I'm just calling it as it is. Most of the young people out here today, right, that are causing these problems are raised by who? Single women, right? But they feel as though they can do a better job than us. They keep the children away from us, for various reasons, whatever benefit they can get from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my mother raised me. I ain't ashamed to say it.
Right. No, nothing is never all.
One size fit all. Yeah,
it's never all, but it's usually most. That's what I'm saying.
And
because some troubled children come from a two-parent home.
But
right?
Economics plays a huge part in that too. Think about a single mother who got to work to keep the lights on, to keep food in the fridge, clothes on the back.
Okay. But if she can humble herself and cooperate with a man, then it's not all on her. We work together. It's teamwork.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then there's teamwork. You see what I'm saying? These children see balance. These children get the proper support that they need. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And then we got so
you take the kids away because the father cheated or the father's this or that, and then you know what I'm saying. And for that, you punishing the children.
All right. So it says don't get in the habit of switching cause and effect. Those are effects of causes. Why are our women single?
They choose to be. It's the cool thing to be. There's actually a cult. Let me chill. Let me chill.
No. Because we gotta talk about it.
Zip it.
Some kids were not raised by any of their parents. That's true, because parents at work. So who's raising them? The world. The world raising them. And it's the culture. Men not holding that end of the bargain. I think you're talking about a gumbo. It's a whole pot.
There's plenty of men that want to do their job.
So what happens when the father isn't on point?
Then he is accountable. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not in all cases, not even in most cases.
Kids have it bad. So with that, I don't know. It's like, so they say you get somebody and they take a mile, and right now we're living an example of that, where an inch was given, and now you got kids out here doing whatever they want, and what somebody was like, you got adults afraid to go to a show, afraid to go downtown, afraid to do this. And then they was like, man, all them kids ran into Towson Mall and they was showing out doing this and doing that. You can't go anywhere no more.
They're hurting, man.
And they ain't giving it back.
They're hurting, man.
Once you realize, it's like, oh, snap. Oh, I could get away with this, I can get away with that. And ain't nobody gonna check me.
They're hurting, man. That's it. There's missing pieces. There's missing pieces. And they're trying to find it from their peers because they're not getting it at home.
Right.
So, it's missing pieces, and that's why they're acting out, because they really want some love and some attention. That's what it's all about.
Well, shout out to all the parents out there that are pouring into their children.
And others. Because they're all our children.
Yep.
They're all our children. They're all our responsibility. That's why I'm saying, do your job. Play your part. Save the babies. Talk to the ones that you can talk to, and pray for the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Save the babies, pray for the parents. But we can't just let it go on the way that it's going, because common sense says we're going to implode soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am concerned. I'm extremely concerned, because, like, what does our future look like?
I can tell you what it looked like. Let me chill.
Nah, yo. Come on, man.
I see a future predominantly of black men 30 to 60. Wise black men 30 to 60. 35 to 55, 60.
Man.
And I say that because there's a Holocaust going on, right? There's a Holocaust, there's a genocide, there's a pandemic, all going on at the same time, right? So we say what our future looks like. We're losing our elders, right? We're losing our elders, but it's not that bad, because it's the cycle of life is to bury your elders, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they do have they can live a lot longer than they are. But most of them are taking the jab, and now a lot of people are dropping dead from heart attacks, right? So we're losing our elders, right? And then we're losing our children to gun violence, right? And fentanyl overdoses. See, these are the things you're not really paying attention to. Our elders are dying, and our children are dying. Yeah. So that's why I say the future looks like it's just going to be us in the middle who are conscious enough to take our health seriously, be good stewards with our finances. You understand what I'm saying? And those of us who can work together. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a small group of men that got their mind right. And reason why I'm not counting in our women of the same age, because they follow suit of whatever their bosses tell them to do. So if their bosses tell them to get the jab, they don't get the jab. If government say get the jab, they don't get the jab. You know what I'm saying? They tell them take this, take that, they're gonna do it. So can we really say they'll be here? You see what I'm saying? But that's just, like I say, that's just my observation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I see. I pay close attention to what's going on. I look at the whole spectrum. Like I say, on this end, we're losing our elders. And on this end, we're losing our children. And the women, they're gonna go with whatever works to pay the rent. You know, look at OnlyFans. Right? Have you ever seen so many? Have you ever seen so many choose that way? Right?
So that's really a thing.
What's really a thing?
OnlyFans.
You talking about women going from making below average money to making 5 figures monthly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, how many people? So who paying them?
The conscious man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yo.
Hey, yo. Oh, let me stop. Hey, yo.
Oh, shit.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm like, yo, it ain't that much money. It ain't that much money moving around like that. All of them get paid like that.
Evidently it is. Evidently it is. Now, we know it's not all.
Yeah.
But they all wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't profitable.
Right. Somebody making some money.
Yeah, they are. You know? So, you know, instead of dating you and you taking me on cheap dates and you getting yours and you run, I'll just sell you videos at $5 subscription a month, $10 subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Them subscriptions is where it's at.
That's it. That's what it's all. Everything is dope. Everything is dope. I want your money monthly. You know what I'm saying? One time, you spending money with me one time is not enough. I have to have something that you're addicted to, something that you will come back consistently on a monthly basis. That's what everything is. Everything is gone to that. They say there's a record amount of billionaires who have now invested their money strictly in rental properties, right? That's telling you where we're going. Look at all of the storage, right? The self-storage facilities that are going up left and right. You see what I'm saying? So look where we're headed.
Going up, man. Let me tell you, man. Going up. BG&E, man. My BG&E, man, going up like a mug, man.
Squeeze you out.
I had a bill.
Squeeze you out.
$100. The bill went from $100 to $400.
Wow.
I'm like, and then on the letter they was like,
what the fuck?
The gas is
what Treble doing? He got a Treble growing great.
No, man.
Treble got a grow house going on.
And we keeping our
lights
heat.
and shit.
We keeping it's the gas. The gas costs more money. They said the cost of gas went up $2 and something cent. But here's my thing.
Y'all got a gas stove?
Yeah, we got gas stove and a gas furnace.
Oh.
Now it's the difference is this, man. Like we only use 30 more therms this winter, or this January than we did last January, right?
Yeah.
And our bill is way higher this January than it was last January. Now our bill was like $200 and something last January.
Uh-huh.
This January is $400 something. How did the bill go up $100 something and I only used 30 more therms?
Cause they bullies. What you gonna do about it?
Blame Putin, man. Fuck out of here.
Tell me how does he have anything to do with going on in this country?
Energy. If he because Russia controls the energy supply to Europe.
I'm listening.
And the United States, businessmen are out here killing you on commodity prices. Exactly. So if he if he changes, he's changing the cost of energy throughout the world because the United States is sanctioning them, and Europe can't. Europe has agreed to only purchase a certain amount of oil from the Russians to try to slow them down for this Ukrainian war. It's all politics.
It's all 3-card Molly.
What's that? Everybody get fucked.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
it's all find the ball under the top. You know what I'm saying?
The same way gas prices spike randomly for random reasons. Yeah, man. And they know it's like, all right, I can't go out here and generate my own power. I might cut them trees down, put some solar panels up there, man.
That's the thing.
That's
the wisest thing is to start to get into the solar power and wind power.
Yeah.
Right? Wind power. You can put some some turbines up and harness that power. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just word to the wise, solar and wind, and you good. You know what I'm saying? You good. You better get ready, because they're going to knock the lights out and say China did it. Well, there I go with that, but,
Commodity prices rise, the retail prices rise. All right, AJ say the commodity prices rise, the retail prices rise, you lose, rich people win. Yeah, man. How is it? All right, inflation, they say average inflation is what, like 3% a year, right? Now we know that in the past, 2 years, it's went up way more than that. The cost of living adjustment for most people's jobs is 2%. They give you a 2% raise, which is lower than inflation. Your bills go up exponentially, your checks stay the same, and then it's like, wait a minute, you budgeted your bread, so then it's basically like fuel. They siphoning your shit,
right?
And you like, yo, I gotta do something now. You start making different decisions. You gotta make different decisions now,
right? Because
of the budget,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to turn my heat down to 60 when it's it's 4 degrees outside.
Right.
The dog gonna freeze in there. Oh, you said I need to get on OnlyFans? Oh man. Wait, if we start spending money on Ukraine, we can lower our prices. Wait, is it true that Ukrainians are getting Social Security checks? Gotta make them ends meet. Now, I haven't heard about that Ukrainians were getting Social Security checks. No, all right. I haven't heard that. Somebody said that they getting some of these Social Security checks. If you're paying bills, you can't build. That's what somebody say. You paying bills, you can't build.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something to think about. They are getting billions, yes, but not Social Security. Yeah. Well, I guess that's a humanitarian thing. We want somebody to help us, right?
Who helps us? God.
G-O-D.
'Cause God. Remember him? Yo, you come on in the middle of the night while you sleeping. 'Cause God.
Oh man, was he hitting the people in the head and they pass out?
No, he was selling holy rags, like cloths, and you know what I'm talking about? Like buy this cloth, buy this rag, you know what I mean? And it's gonna give you blessings.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, on a positive note, Howard University, they got a $90 million military contract. Now, I'm not sure specifically what this military contract is or is going to bring, but I mean, that's good news for Howard. I'm clap it up for Howard. HBCU got that 90 million, that cool 90 mil.
Then where is it gonna go?
It's probably gonna get lost in administration.
There you go.
It's gonna cost about $80 million to get the program up and running.
Right.
And then that $10 million they might put up a building, you know. Now, all right, let me say this. Realistically, that program will, I'm hoping that program will do well. Howard's in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of, it's all government in DC.
Mm-hmm.
So you could train these kids up to run, to be government contractors, to work for the military.
Yeah.
Or to do research for the military. So many different options. Maybe they're just trying to train people to be able to transfer them to quasi-leadership positions in the military. But $90 million ain't a lot of money for a program. You got, I'm just saying, that ain't a lot of money for a program. But it's a start. It's a start.
And where did it come from?
The government.
Okay. Wow.
The federal government gave them a contract, $90 million for a program. Military program. But it wasn't specific about what that military program is going to, what it's going to be. I didn't get caught up in USAF, the Air Force and DOD. Okay. Yeah, Department of Defense. So there's probably administrators. You know what I mean? Tactical autonomy that will aid in the transition of research into practical application.
What the hell does that mean? Break it down if I was a 2-year-old.
Administrators. So, how do I break that down?
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Help me out, AJ. How do you transition research into practical application? So, all right. The internet was for the military at first.
Okay.
Right? Now, they figured out a way to make the internet for everybody else instead of just the military.
But it still is. It still is just for the military.
We use it.
And they use it against us. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so he says, imagine using video game code to automatically identify threats and kill them with drones.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
So all of this is still being weaponized against us.
Oh, yeah. So they gonna get somebody a degree to go and work for them.
To show them how to further hurt us.
Oh, man.
Right? That's what you'll study. You know?
Wow. So, and then on top of that, so you got, I know Fidelity deals with a lot of people's like 401ks or private investments. Now they've got, they are pledging $250 million to minorities and minorities' education. Specifically, what do they say? Fidelity Investments will commit $250 million to a new education initiative to support up to 50,000 underserved minority students with scholarships and mentorship programs in the next 5 years. So $50 million a year. That's more than the military giving out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to use some of that money, to send some people through the Howard program. You know what I'm saying? And then their money going to work for their money. So, Hey, look, I don't know, man.
Power corrupts.
All I'm saying is, I think, all right, Howard got that program, and I'm just trying to, Fidelity's going to invest that money. we see right now in Baltimore that we got an issue in terms of our young people. It's opportunity that's available to them. The ones that we can help, let's try to help them. Make this information available to them. The ones that we can't, we gotta think about a way to try. You know what I mean? I don't know what it take to get through to somebody. Maybe they don't want to believe us. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe we ain't speaking their language. I don't know what I don't know how else to communicate, but the way that I do, you know? Yo said for the, drone swarms for missile defense, all sorts of applications. Anybody say, oh man. What, minorities? Who's a minority? Define minority. Consider themselves as minorities. Adversaries consider themselves as minorities.
Everybody does when it's convenient to get a check.
Yeah. Oh man. This is it's a lot to take in. It's hard being grown, and you can't solve all the world's problems. But I guess what you could do is, start with the ones that you do have solutions to, right? Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Like, what can you solve?
Yeah.
Solve that, and then start taking things out your queue, right?
I agree with that approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, so what we
Let's get to some music, man.
Yeah,
let's get to some of that wondrous art. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's put it on the grill.
We're gonna put something on the grill for y'all.
Let's put it on the grill.
Yeah.
Let's put it on the grill.
So, and y'all know what this is. We put it on the grill every week. Whether it's a local artist, a national artist. We gonna bump some tunes. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about it. We'll post a link so you can go check it out. This week, the chairman got something he going.
This week we gonna put this joint here off the Red Blue Project, BigOTheKing Red Blue Project. It's called Pardon My French. Let us know what you think about it. It's one of my, I like it a lot. I want to see what y'all think about it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Rock with us. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds so smooth, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Pardon my French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party.
Yeah.
Gassed up, got me started.
Yeah.
Little taste, I be on it. No need to be modest. So good to be honest.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party. Gassed up, got me started. Little taste, I be on it. No need to be modest. So good to be honest. 81st, ride a pony. Genuine, never phony. You can drive, I'll let you decide. See your poker face lies in your eyes. You the type, let her chase it. I'm the type stealing bases. Likewise, we disguising all the sexy surprises. Thought so enticing to water your flower. Complicated for hours. Back and forth, your turn, my turn. I learn, you learn me. I can see clearly now. 2020 got it jump. You the one unsung hero I'm sprung. Hey, walking like I got wings now. Think you doing for a king now. I should put you on a team now. I ain't in the selling dreams, but I should leave you alone. I ain't got the self-control. 60 out of I condone. Even if a nigga wrong, just so many pussy keep going. My French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party.
Hit that like button if you like this song.
Little taste, I be honest.
Hit that like button up
No
if you
need
like
to
what
be
you hear.
modest. So good to be honest. Pardon my French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party. Gas that got me started. Little taste, I be honest.
I like you, you like me, so what are we waiting for? Say that you want someone real and real, well okay, we'll say no more. I'm addicted to your body, crazy thing is it ain't no cure. Just like Joe and Pun, I don't even wanna play no more. Psych, nah, girl you know I was just kidding. Got a problem with these women, I just hope you can forgive me. Like it when it's sticky, and you got that drippy. Make me wanna licky, then I gotta stick the stick in it. Feeling your vibe and your energy, respect the science and chemistry. Me and you with some Hennessy, bringing out the freaky tendencies. Yeah, tonight we making memories. You gon' come complimentary. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir, stay with me. Pardon my French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party. Gas love got me started. Little taste, I be on it. No need to be modest. So good to be honest. Pardon my French, goddamn. When you move, I be on it. You make it nudie, I make it naughty. Right now we can party. Gas love got me started. Little taste, I be on it. No need to be modest. So good to be honest.
No, that's not really proper romantic stuff. Why don't you try a poem like this?
Great song, great song. Let us know what you think about
of
it.
this I am certain. So this Valentine's Day, let's do some bumping and squirting.
Yeah. Valentine's Day coming up soon, fellas. Got a couple weeks. Yeah, hit the like button if you like that joint. You know what I'm saying? Red Blue Project. You can find that on all platforms.
All platforms. The Red Blue Project. BigOTheKing.
It's called Pardon My French. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, that's one of my faves, man.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in, man.
For sure.
And you know we gotta hit y'all with some trill-ass trivia. You know what I'm saying? While we queuing up the trill-ass trivia, we gonna bump some Pastor Luther. Pastor Holla Luther. What's up, Jake?
That ain't the game, bro. Snitching, letting kill his name go. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that's the thing, though. Snitching, you should be ashamed, though. Now there's nowhere that you can't go without the killers looking at you sideways. Ready, let that thing go.
Man, it's fucked up, a nigga told on my man. Got 190 years in the can. Crazy part who did it, that was his man. Didn't give a fuck, he still took the stand. He told everything he know about the guns and murder all in the trope. Bottle catching all the coke in the blow. How they stash the guns all in the flow. Damn, fucking pussy nigga, claim to be sad. It's supposed to be your brother, whole time he ratting. Little do you know they gon' crack your cabbage. On sight, they gon' let you have. You violated, code of the streets. Let me be the first to say rest in peace. Can't hide west or over east. Niggas looking for you now as we speak. So it's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. It's my turn, I got shooters on every side. If you try to ride, gon' be homicide. Make your mother, brother, sister, uncle cry. Had your grandmother screaming why? Did my grandbaby have to die? I'm like, yeah, shorty should've lied when he got questioned about homicide. Like, whoa,
that ain't the game, bro. Snitching, let me kill his name go. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that's a thing, though. Snitching, you should be ashamed, though. Now there's nowhere that you can't go without them killers looking at you sideways. Ready, let that thing go. Whoa, that ain't the game, bro. Snitching, letting kill his name go. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that's the thing, though. Snitching, you should be ashamed, though. Now there's nowhere that you can't go without them killers looking at you sideways. Ready, let that thing go.
growing up, I used to watch and listen. Paid attention, making smart decisions. I learned to think before I react, and not the shit that get me sent to prison. But these niggas snitching like the shit is a sport. Showing up in court, pointing fingers, and you can never come back to the hood. If you did, they be slow singing and flower bringing. Man, it's fucked up. They told him my cousin was catching bodies stacking up by the dozen. Probably killed their brother, uncle, or cousin for faking like he bought it, knowing he wasn't. If they beefing, yeah, they creeping on niggas. Not taking life for granted, sleeping on niggas. If they want, they put the heat on you niggas. No disgusting, busting heat on you niggas. So let this be a lesson to you bastards. Don't turn yourself into target practice. All because you chose to break the code. Them guns go hit your face and close your casket. Don't have them detectives knocking at your mother door just to give her that sad news. All because your ass chose to be a rat. Disrespecting fucking mob rules like, whoa,
that ain't the game, bro. Snitching, letting kill his name go. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that's a thing though. Snitching, you should be ashamed though. Now there's nowhere that you can't go without them killers looking at you sideways. Ready, let that thing go. Whoa, that ain't the game, bro. Snitching, letting kill his name go. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that's the thing though. Snitching, you should be ashamed though. Now there's nowhere that you can't ready, let that thing go.
Like, whoa. Yeah. Pastor Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All platforms. The collection plate.
I heard they want the swag.
Uh-oh.
I heard they want the swag.
I heard they want the chill ass trivia.
Yeah. Heard they want the cash.
Yeah.
Heard they want the cash.
Heard they want the chill ass trivia. What we got for him?
All right. So, in 1972, y'all know Baltimore City used to have an airport. It was called Friendship Airport. All right. Now, the question is, now we gave that airport up. How much money did we lose this year just from giving that airport up? If we still had that airport today, then how much revenue would the city have had from owning BWI? It was Friendship, but if we still owned our airport, how much money would the city have in revenue?
No easy money this week.
Keep talking about all these budget issues and all that. We need product. Product beats talent. That's when what's the name? When Catherine P was our mayor, they wanted us to sell our garages. She wouldn't do it because it's revenue for the city. We ain't selling it. We got one answer, 300 million. Yeah. That's a good try. All right, so I'm gonna ask that question again. If Baltimore City still owned their airport, how much money would they have had in revenue this year? You got the answer? Go ahead, throw that answer in the chat. And put your Cash App in there. You know what I'm saying? Whoever got the right answer, we got you. We got you.
I got what you want, I got what you need. Told my dog either way it go.
Oh yeah, you're getting closer. Technically, you right. It's
Good try. Yeah, no easy money this week.
Yeah. All right, should I give out the answer? Give him more time, give him the answer.
Give him another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the answer?
No, it is not 100 billion. No, it's not 600 million. No, it's not 2.5 billion. No, it's not 1 billion, and it's not 2 billion. We got some close answers, but not close enough.
Where's our Googleators? Where's the infamous Googleators? Who's been getting all the questions, all the answers thus far? Where you at, Supreme Googleator?
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all some stats real quick. So BWI actually produces about $9.3 billion in total economic activity a year, and that number goes up every year. It produces about 106,000 jobs in the region. Now, the airport itself made $4.9 billion. However, the total profits that the city would have saw would have been $1.6 billion. So the $1 billion and the $2 billion answer was really close. But it's $1.6 billion is the amount of money.
So we don't have a Trill-Ass Trivia winner this week? Oh, boy.
Man.
Try again next week.
Yeah, we got y'all, though. We got y'all. Y'all, you said make the questions harder. You said you wanted to do some math. So, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the Price is Right. You can't go over. When you go over, you lose.
Yeah.
Just round up. Yeah, we rounded up. Then you win. 1.6 is technically 2. Now, think about it like this. $1.6 billion. If I have $400 million, that's a lot of money. That's not like a small error. If it was like $2 and you said $1.6, okay, I can give you the 40 cents. $400 million is a lot more money than 40 cents. We just didn't put all the zeros on there, you know what I'm saying? That's a good answer though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, what you got, man?
I'm good, man. We had a good week, man.
We thank y'all for tuning in, and we gonna keep all families. We keep our families in prayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That you and your loved ones stay covered.
Mm-hmm.
And we wishing everybody have a wonderful week this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reach out to somebody, you know, that's close to you. Tell them you love them. You know, somebody you ain't talked to in a while. Holla at them. Say what's up. You know, see how they doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, check in with somebody. Show somebody some love this week. You know that you don't know. Now, you know, when I say it like that, I mean just like say hello. You know, be nice. Send some good vibes. You know, nothing too extra. Don't be doing nothing real extra.
Check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what somebody's going through, and just a phone call, just a word, just a how you doing text, could snap somebody out of their misery or out of their hardship. You know, so check on your strong friends. You know, it's a good thing to hear from certain people at times, and you're going through your worst or what may seem like the worst. So consider others. You know what I mean?
Yep. I would surely. I will commit to that this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll commit to that this week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look. Remember, we do this every Saturday, y'all, and we love having y'all on with us.
Mm-hmm.
We love the feedback, the engagement,
mm-hmm.
the great conversation.
Yeah, man.
Make sure that you tell somebody about this, so you know they can join us next week. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate it.
And we appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week, 9 o'clock. We be live. Peace.
Already.